You know, the first dream trip that my family and I experienced, we went down to the Cabo Real, and I took myself and my 4 kids. So a little bit nervous about going through the Cabo airport. We come through the airport, they're waiting with a World Ventures sign. They put us right in the air-conditioned bus, air-conditioned bus straight to the 5-star resort. Throw my money in the safe, lock it up, eating and drinking like Roman pigs for 4 days. We didn't leave the resort but one time for a catamaran ride, which was absolutely fabulous. But while we were there, I checked, and the best online price I could find was $649 for the dates that we were there per person. I paid $199. My older daughter's $149. My 2 younger ones were free. We saved over $2,500 in that one trip. It was awesome.
We love the dream trips. Been on several dream trips, and again, it's just been unbelievable the kind of resorts and cruises and places that we've stayed for the kind of money that we're talking about. It's wholesale, like you can't believe. And you know, we just got back from the Alaskan cruise, and as we were going through the Tracy Arm Forge, one of my buddies and I were sitting up there having a hot cocoa, watching the whales come out of the water, looking at the most beautiful place on the earth, in my opinion.
We had a great time. We left right out of Bayonne, New Jersey, 6 days, 5 nights to Bermuda.
On Royal Caribbean.
I'm Royal Caribbean's Explorer of the Seas. We calculated out we saved $3,300 off their next best price, which was awesome. And we just had a ball. We had friends there on the ship, and we could spend time with them, or we could spend time alone. We had built-in babysitters from other kids, older kids that were there with their parents on the dream trip. It was just phenomenal. Had a great time.
After 24 hours after signing up with World Ventures, we booked a dream trip to Tortola, the British Virgin Islands. We wanted to test to see how much we saved, so we went on to Expedia.com and put in the same flight, same hotel, and it came out $3,700, which is a $2,000 savings from what we purchased from World Ventures.
Hi, we're Don and Dave Merchant from Scottsdale, Arizona, and we just came back from our very first dream trip.
This trip was amazing. It was $499 each. We then decided to upgrade for an outside balcony. The whole entire trip was $2,000. Best online price was $6,000. What a great way to travel with 300 of your closest friends.
We had an amazing time.
The first dream trip we went on was August of last year. We went to Jamaica, the Grand Cayman Islands, and the Florida Keys. It was 7 days, 6 nights, unbelievable, $169. We get back, I call my mom and dad, my brother and my sister, my sons, we all get involved, they all get involved. And the following month we went to the Bahamas. And they took us to Nassau, they took us to Coco Cay, a private island they own, and they took us to the Florida Keys, and that trip was $119.
My favorite dream trip was the Napa Valley, San Francisco dream trip in March. Absolutely phenomenal. I've never been to California, so taking a country girl out of Tennessee and putting her in California was really, really cool. We stayed at a really nice hotel at the San Francisco at the Fisherman's Wharf. We got 3 wine tours to Napa Valley with that trip. I saved $850 on that one trip, so my investment in World Ventures way outweighed. I've way made more back on my investment. It was phenomenal and more fun than I've ever had.
We went to our first dream trip, which was a $33.50 cruise. I literally ate more in my first meal than the entire cruise cost us, and other people on this cruise paid about $500 to $600. We had an amazing, amazing time.
We've been on cruises before that we purchased before joining World Ventures, spent literally tens of thousands of dollars on those cruises. We're able to do these cruises for the price of the tips that we spent on those cruises. So it's going to be an amazing experience to be able to do this for that kind of an amount of money.
What I love about it, being a mom of 7 children, is that you're able to pick, choose, and go. With our family, the way that it is with the schedules and budgets and things like that, we definitely love the wholesale aspect of what dream trips allow. So it's wonderful to be able to have that scenario where you can just pick out your schedule and then just take the family and go, and it's affordable, especially in today's times.
When I first saw the presentation on dream trips, I thought, okay, so a cruise for $49, probably not going to be that good. But then I went on that trip and was blown away by the value.
My very first one was my trip to Cancun. I saved over $1,900 on that one trip. I'm one of those people who likes to know what the real deal is before I do it. So I priced that trip out online. Before I went, it would have cost me over $2,200 at retail. I paid a whopping $317. So I was so ecstatic when we got down there, and there were people who had paid, you know, over $500 a night for the same room that we were in, and we paid $317 for 4 days and 3 nights at the exact same 4-star all-inclusive property in Cancun.
You remember when we last June we scheduled a trip to go to the Western Caribbean out of Florida. This was a dream trip for 5 days and 4 nights. Took our 17-year-old daughter and our nephew with us on that trip. Sailed out of Miami down to Key West, and Key West on down to Cozumel, actually just off the coast of where we are right now, and then turned around and sailed back. It was phenomenal. What was extraordinary about that trip was $199 per person for the trip. And we've been in the travel industry now, between the two of us. My wife's an international flight attendant, and we've been around the travel industry a long time. So we've seen a lot of good deals over the years. And I'm telling you, this is one of the best particular cruises packages we've ever seen, and had a great time on that trip.